whoever is, to be blunt with you, whoever is intelligent, whoever is intellectual, whoever is a hardhead, because this is what I always teach. When you teaching from the pulpit, or when you teaching a word, and you feel like you begin to lose people, tell them about your life. When you tell somebody about your personal experience, everybody wake up, man. People will fall asleep when you read the scripture. They'll fall asleep, and so forth. But when you start talking about a personal experience, people pop up. That's what happened to me. What happened to me, I used to laugh going to church. But my dad, sports, history, and the news. That was it. Sports, history, and there wasn't no remote control back in the day, so I was a TV controller. But that's what my dad did, sports, news, and history. So when this brother got up there, and he basically said I went to West Point, and I gave all that up for Christ. I was like, you dumb, you stupid. I'm like, you know how hard it is to get to West Point as a black man? And you gonna give all that up for religion? But it made me pay attention. Next thing I know, I was crying and all this other stuff. But anyway, I said...
You went to West Point?
No, the guy who was preaching went to West Point.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so that movement. But OG Ryder, you just educated me. So the thing is, I love history. The thing is about Malcolm X. He didn't hide his experience. He talked about it. And in talking about his experience, he enlightened people. You see what I'm saying? And enlightening people, he became the number one builder of a movement. And so many people, they doubt themselves, they doubt the means of communication.
When you speak of reform, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you.
That's
let you know how we feel on this side about reform, and when y'all come to institutions, and why a person like me and a bunch of others, we don't take that shit. Why? I never would sign the paper. You feel me? Because we know what we up against. It's like you get there to a halfway back program, and really that shit is a setup to send your ass right back to jail with more time. So I ain't even about to play with y'all. When y'all come to me, don't even call my name, man.
Okay, I got this for you. Cause
that's right. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Now, this is what I need you to do. Being that leader. Now, what word would you use? Because reform ain't kicking. So we can't even use that word reform. So I need you to come up with a word that we should use in order to define how to bring about that change. Because you even said yourself, when you hear the word reform, boom,
it's a mental thing. So you got to look at it like, what's the new business model? That's how we look at things. Like, what's the new business model? What's not the same way of doing things? The things that's done nowadays was done 10 years ago, if you go back and look, right? And because it's by book. What's the new business model? What's the new approach to things? How you going to deal with me? You got to deal with me. Yeah, you can't do it. And the answer is within me. So it's hard for me to, give it to someone versus, showing them. It's a big difference. Just like it's hard for you to explain to me, I should come to this program and give it a chance. You got to show me why I should come to this program and give it a chance. Because I know behind these walls, I'm going to do my time and I'm going to come the fuck home. I don't know it's a guarantee. I'm going to go on your program and make it home. Oops. You feel me? I got to allow people to talk to me a certain type of way. You got people that talk to you crazy in programs, and they ain't even dressed. You got dudes that's dressing all weird shit, man. How am I going to listen to what you're saying and you're going to talk to me any type of way? It really gets that deep. To where I'd rather just buck the whole thing and keep myself in an unsafe predicament, an unsafe society. But I'm facing murder and everything every day.
But I think what's important, OG, is for people to understand your mentality from day one, right? So the first time, I remember you were telling me the first bid you did for your cousin. Mm-hmm. You want to explain that? So you could, they can understand your mentality on the way you move and the reason why.
My first bid was my first state bid. 5 years I did, man. That was a shooting charge. That was for family. Some shit occurred that I ain't even nowadays, man, people holler that they solid, they real, but not too many people will stand up and put yourself in a predicament for others and risk your freedom, your life. And that's what I did. I risked my whole freedom, my life. It wasn't even about me. It wasn't my beat. But I made it mine. Why? Because it was family. So, I did it smooth, too. I ain't involved my family, man. We could have all went to jail. All 4 of us in the car. When they came and got me, it was 3 of them. I got in the car. I got them thinking they taking me to get weed. I finessed them. Real G shit. I'm only 15. I had them take me to get weed, so they think. But the same dudes that put a demonstration down on them the night before that jumped them at the party, when we get down there, it's the same dudes I'm buying weed from. That's when he caught on, like, man, Cuddy, that's done right there. I said, I know, pull over. He pulled over, I gave him the business, left a smooth demonstration, shut that shit down. It's like 10 in the morning, broad daylight. But the crazy thing is, what I realized about the situation, Dave, it wasn't that violence right there, right? It was this part. When you get in a situation like that, you normally everybody get caught. But what happens when 3 people get away? I got out the car now. I told my cousins, get here, man. I know y'all panicking. I hear the sirens coming. I let them let me out. I get out, hit the yards. I got the gun on me. So I know if they get caught, they ain't got the gun in the car. They get pulled over 3 blocks away, bro, from where I did that. I ditched the gun. I come back out on my block, Captain Street. I posted up. Somebody come down the street like, yo, your family down there, the police got the niggas on the ground, bro. I said, huh? They're like, yeah, come in. People still know I didn't put this work in. You feel me? I go run down the street, bro, and run up to the cop car. And I see my cousins and them they on the ground, hands behind their head. I felt bad. I'm the youngest of them. These are my oldest cousins. So I felt like, I can't let them go out like that. Like 2 people that was outside that didn't get shot that day, they're in the back of another parked car. Them niggas start straight racking. That's the first time I seen a straight, that's what we call coward. Racks, like, knock on the window. Oh, pointing me out. Hey, that's him, telling the police. That's him right there, that's a shooter. I walked up to the cop car like, man, I looked them in their face. I said, use it. Well, I'm gonna catch your ass next, nigga. Police like, what the f going on? I said, man, I did it. They're like, you did what? I said, I did it. That was me. They're like, oh, you freeze. I said, I ain't got no gun on me, man. I laid down the ground. I said, yo, before you cuff me, let my cousins go though. Because I'll get up and run and do whatever. I don't give a fuck. Let them go. They said, oh, don't go like that. We got to take you down to the police station. I went through the process. But I made sure my cousins walked out the police station that day, bro. That's the first time and the last time I ever seen something like that happen, my G. I signed statements for myself, buddies, told them I didn't do it, and walk out. They broke back, said, look, we release him. The captain said, look, man, let them walk out. Actual fact shit. I took 5 years for that shit, man. Let my cousins go. I took that. You smell me? That opened my eyes to a lot, though. Like, everybody ain't cut from that type of cloth. So from that point on, I knew my mentality was different. It's not something that I have to think to do. It's in you.
So, with that said, Bishop, this is a different kind of a mentality, right? How does the system prepare someone that's so true to the game to listen to someone that's not and to trust them to get back into society the right way?
I am a core believer that OG Ryder has to become a spokesperson, and it's in you. There's certain things when you talk OG Ryder, that pulls in my background, because I see the same speech in the military. I see the same speech. Don't take the wrong way. I see the same speech in corporate America, where, let me just define this. It's a proven fact that race car drivers, certain people in the military, there's certain instincts that kick in. I want to be honest. I want to be natural. You know what I'm saying? But when the adrenaline is kicking and survival kicks in, some people they've never experienced that, but it happens. I mean, back in the day, we had leather bomber jackets, so when somebody acts like they're going to pull a gun on you, you begin to find out who you are. And a lot of times you don't know what's going to take place, or you don't know what's in you until it happens. I never thought in my life I would shoot at somebody, but when someone points a gun at you and someone's coming at you and you have a gun, it becomes a natural instinct, and so forth. But what I see that we need that leader to be able to lead us, to understand, because that's where I am. I need to understand this, because you see, once I understand something, I can come on a plane. So the thing is, what really has blown me away is that OG writer is like, yo, this word reform. So that's the number one thing. Yo, we have to come up with a new word. We have to come up with a new word. And OG writer is like, you have to become an author. You know what I mean by author? Own this, because once you own it, you see what I'm saying? I need to come up with a new word, because then when we come up with a new word,
the word is called refine, King. It's not called reform. It's called refine.
I like that already.
You gotta digest it. Might take a moment, but you know, it's a taste that's best left for kings. It's refined, because that's how we be left feeling like that. Honestly, when we do something different, when we think about different thoughts, positive thoughts, you become refined.
So what I think I'm hearing, OG, is he's saying that what I've always said is that you need to take these experiences, and other people shouldn't have to feel the pain you did to learn. They can learn from your pain and your extreme survival experiences. And you could actually tell people what is going to happen if you choose this life just based on your personal experience. And probably because you can articulate it so well, the average, because I know when you tell me, I personally be like, I'm definitely not choosing that life. It's a scary life. You know, it's nothing I want to sign on to. So you need to be the spokesperson, but he needs to be put in position where he could tell these people, tell these kids, this is what comes with this life you sign on to. And if you're not really built for it, then you don't need to be doing it, because not everyone's built for it.
I think that's true. I know that's true what you're saying, Dane. That's actual fact. Actually, I can stamp that. I mean, if you put that in front of any out of 100%, and you show people the inside of the gang unit, like the experience and what they got to go through, I say 75 to 80%. Nah, it don't make you a coward to be smart. You know what I mean? It make you a coward to be stupid. You got to be stupid to choose that. And that's just the guys honest truth. I've been through this. Now I can say that. You smell me? I'm good. I can walk through there again if I have to. I'm good. But it don't make you a champion or smart. You also choose that stupid, because what you got to go through, man, that ain't meant for a king. You smell me? That's just trials and tribulations that if it's in you, that lets you know you have an option. You want to go through this for the rest of your life, you can do it. Well, most people sit there and bite their nails and commit suicide. I can sit there and do that, doing push-ups. You dig? So that way it becomes an option, a choice, a mental choice, man. Do you really want to do this for the rest of your life? Hell no, bro.
Also, everything outside of that should be relatively easy for you, because you're not going through, when you're outside, that's why you can move around and do so many things, because you used to doing it in the cage. The stuff that you was doing and the things you were doing, like you were taking care of families while you were inside. You know what I'm saying? And all this type of stuff. So
I think what we have to also understand is this, when you, like I'll tell you, OG Writer, I said when you talk, I think about other things, and this is going to come out, it's going to hurt some people's feelings here. But you have to understand what OG Writer was explaining exists in soldiers, not just in soldiers. It exists in certain police officers, not just police officers. It exists, it's what everything you spoke about, it's, in other words, what I'm saying, each group has a different honor code. Because what you said right now, the CIA does every day. But the thing is, the CIA is put on a different, the CIA, quote unquote, don't take it the wrong way, is legalized. In other words, what I'm saying, Mr. Dash, when people join gangs or people join that lifestyle, they don't view it as a foolish choice. They view it as, I can live up to this honor code. Because look, the cops, it's not just gang members, the cops don't snitch, okay? The CIA don't snitch, okay? If you're working for a top secret in the government, you don't snitch. So in one side of society, we say you're not supposed to snitch and it's honorable. In another side of society, we're saying, yo, if you're a gang member, you should snitch and do what's right for your community. But the thing is, each one has a different honor code.
Did you see Honor Up?
What'd you say?
Did you see the movie Honor Up?
Yeah, I saw it 3 times. I saw it one time, then I heard you wrote it. I had to see it again.
But the principles are so much the same. You know what I mean? It's like,
but
I understand what you're saying.
I deal with gang members. So the thing is, and this is how I walk. I can't judge you unless I put myself in your shoes. So the thing is, when I speak to an OG, I speak to somebody, I never forget, I didn't see this brother like 20 years. And he greeted me. I was coming from a place in East Orange. He's like, yo, man. He said, you believe it, man? They made me an OG. He was proud, man. It was an achievement that he made, don't take the wrong way, in his field. And the survival rate is not very high. So he achieved that. But in the same thing, me being a soldier, me being in the United States military, I know the mentality. The mentality, we honor building killer machines. The problem is, when you speak about the word refine, the problem is we send people to war, but we never refine them after war. We send them to war, and then we're like, oh, they just got problems. No, but there's a problem that you rooted in. Now this is what I do, OG. I'm just simple. So when you said refine, I looked at the word. Refine means to bring to a fine or pure state, free from impurities. Refine means to purify from what is coarse, vulgar, debasing, and to make elegant and cultured. So the very word refine is perfect, because what we're saying is this person has to be refined. In other words, check this out, OG. Everything that you said that you did on the street, man, I would want you to do in marketing. I would want you to have that mentality in marketing. I want you to have that mentality in achieving a business goal. Because don't take what some people would call the killer instinct is also what other people would call you have a go-getting spirit. But now you have to apply that same courage.
But you see, as soon as he did come home, I did have an opportunity for him, and he did very well with it. He did sales and never did it before. And he does a lot of entrepreneurial things. That's why, him and I are even friends. I didn't even know about all the stuff he was doing, or, all the politics that had happened prior to. It's just that, again, what you're saying is these qualities, whether it's to be a killer or to be a leader or it's to be a businessman, they're in everybody and they're in every field. It's just how it gets focused. It could be either looked at as negative or it could be looked at as positive. But they're all the same human instincts. You have to have honor, and you have to be able to go all out for what you believe in, and that has to come before the money. And even to the extent where he takes it so real that he will sacrifice his freedom for his honor. Like, again, one of the bids he did was for shooting at the mayor, and I'd be like, yo, how you going to shoot at the mayor? And he's like, yo, he was trying to shut the water off. He can't do that. And he just his principles meant more to him than his freedom in that moment. You understand what I'm saying? So if someone will go all out like that for water and for his block, imagine putting that kind of energy into a business, into your family, into teaching people how to avoid that. He'll be the best at it, which is the reason why when you were talking about the prison reform, we needed to actually refine that and go get someone that actually went to prison to tell you exactly what needs to be done and what the actual experience is. Because the only way to really truly reform someone from, that life is to almost keep them out of prison and give them another way so they never have to go to prison. And if someone that's went to prison can figure out how to do it another way, then someone that's never went to prison should be able to do it way easier. You understand? Especially knowing what's going to get you in prison and what it's going to look like when you get there. To a lot of people, to everyone before they go to prison, the prison is the unknown. It's like death. You think you can handle it. Once you get there, from what I understand, like I said, I was there for a couple of days, and that's why I stopped hustling, period. I was like, I don't want to do any time, and I'm not going to snitch, so I'm just not going to do the crime, period. But I did have another way. So what I know about people in survival mode is they prefer to do it right. But if there's no other option, they got to eat. So I just feel like we have to figure out how to present those other options where it's not dependent on someone giving you something, things that people can do on their own. And also, when that test comes to get the quick bag, where you have to compromise your principles and maybe your freedom in your life, you have to know to take the longer bag, that you might have to work a little harder, you might have to feel a little distress, but there is nothing lasts long that comes quick to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta work and you have to go through pain for anything that's gonna be worth something that's gonna last. Anything that comes too quick, it goes too quick. You understand what I'm saying? Especially money.
What I want to say too, though, Mr. Dash, because the reason why, OG Ride, the reason why this is deep to me, and the reason why I need you to lead in this, and like I said before, to be that spokesperson, because to me, it's deeper than all that, Mr. Dash, because I'm still under threat, man. Yo, man, I'm still under threat. I'm still threatened. I'm gonna call the police on you. You see, when somebody has a disagreement with me, bro, you know what I'm saying? They don't care that I'm a bishop or all that stuff, man. They just see a black face, and the way, don't take the wrong way, but the way I talk, people view it. Some people view it as aggressive. Some people view it as threatening. I went to my daughter's school because a boy told my daughter, at that time my 6-year-old, told my 6-year-old, I'm gonna take a pencil and stab it through your neck. So, we have a whole meeting, and first of all, the guys, I give him a little respect. I'm gonna say his stepdad was there. Make a long story short, man, the next day, they called me back saying they're gonna press charges on me. And the cop is threatening to arrest me. I'm like, yo, hold up. You threatening to arrest me and my daughter. My daughter is the one that someone said they want to take a pencil and stab it to the neck. If that was a little black boy who said that, and if my daughter was white, I guarantee you this whole situation would be different. But I want to know, how come now I'm the person who's being threatened to be locked up? I lost it, man. But that's the whole problem. The problem is, that's why we need reform. It just doesn't, the jail is the end part. We got to
we need reform or refinement.
Refine. We got to refine. In other words, I believe police officers have to be retrained. Okay? That's how come we getting 12-year-old people shot. Because automatically, boom, I feel that my life was in danger. So just because you feel your life is in danger, you shoot somebody. Well, guess what? That same mentality is on the street. But it's different when you got a badge and a gun. So in one area, we said, oh, you're foolish, you're stupid. And another issue is like, what? This is a public servant. You got to give them the benefit. It's the same mentality. That's what comes. It's the same mentality, and so forth. So the thing is, no one says it's a foolish choice to become a police officer. But we got a lot of police officers that are murderers. Yes, we do. We have a lot of police officers who don't believe in the Constitution. They don't believe in, hey, you're not supposed to illegally search me. You know what I'm saying? You need a warrant. But when it comes to a person of color, they throw that out the door. They throw the whole amendment out the door. They say, they lie. I got probable cause. Open up your trunk. You ain't supposed to look in my trunk. You ain't supposed to look in my car. When I had my 850, when I had my vet, I had 27 points. 27 points. I was dropped. 27 points. They take your license after 12. How did I get 27 points? I got 27 points because cops were profiling me. They wanted to know why a young black male was in a BMW 856i. Every time I got pulled over, they said I smell weed in the car. No disrespect, I never smoked weed in my life. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, when you approach me and you say you smell weed, you lying. You're lying. You're lying. But every time my life was threat. So yes, the system needs to be refined because my life is still under threat. Me being a bishop, people don't see a bishop, they see a black man. Especially now, if you're confident, now you're in danger. Hey, this is my culture. I talk with my hands. I use my whole face to talk. I use my whole body to talk. But there's a lot of people, when you do that, hey, well, why are you getting aggressive? I'm not getting aggressive. I'm explaining myself. Matter of fact, I should have the right to defend myself verbally. But see, then they get us like, why are you resisting? They will use that, why are you resisting, to bring out that gangster enough. Oh, come on, man. A lot of police officers are gang members. Okay? They're gang members. And they will not snitch. They won't snitch. They won't snitch when it comes to murder. When I was a housing officer, I'm just keeping it blunt. There's a lot of people who had throwdown guns. They would keep a throwdown gun. In case something went bad, they throw the gun down. You know, come on, that's because people have the mentality, hey, just like you, OG, I'm going home, you know, and a true soldier, hey, I grew up during the Vietnam, so every night we saw the death count. So me and my friends, we grew up like, we go to war, we coming home. That was the whole thing. We go, and then this before people really started jumping people, you know, and we made up our mind, if we ever get jumped, just catch one of them. Just one of them. We just gonna catch one of them. Now, whichever one we catch, that's it. You know, that's it for that person. But the thing is that same mentality is in race car drivers, because it's a proven fact, man. To go 200 miles an hour, man. To a lot of people, that's insane. But you can go 200 miles an hour and come within inches of another car, but stay on their line. They stay on their point, you know, with no fear. In other words, in some fear, in other areas, fields, that's honorable. But then when we talk about the gangsters, it's dishonorable. We have to need to keep the honor, but bring it into a different field. We need to keep the character, but bring it into a different field. Less like you, OG, you need to take that whole mentality, man. Boom. Have you ever read the autobiography of Malcolm X?
Yeah, I did.
Man, you need to run with that, bro. You need to run with that. Because Malcolm X, he gave legs. Yeah, people think of this if they want to. He gave legs to the Nation of Islam, man. And Malcolm X was so powerful, he was reaching people outside of the nation. You know, so you got people who wasn't in the Nation of Islam like, I want to be like that, brother. That's when you know you got something powerful. You got something powerful when people are like, I might not fully agree with your religion, but your manhood speaks to me, your character speaks to me, everything you are, it represents who I want to be. That's what we need right now. And we need that at this time, man. You know? And it's needed, man. But see, this is the whole thing. Like I said, OG Ryder, you see, first of all, I'm going to be blunt with you. I don't know Mr. Dame to have any normal friends. You know what I'm saying? So all of his friends are kings and queens. You see what I'm saying? It's a different mentality set. You know, it's a different level of mentality. Before you phoned in, Mr. Dash, OG Ryder was like, so how did you do that prayer? And I told him, I said, look, man, I couldn't hold it back. I said, Mr. Dash never saw it in me, but I couldn't hold it back. But it came from your loved ones. It came from your loved ones, and that love is eternal, because it's like, no, you have something great to do. And everybody who has something great to do, there are spiritual forces that want to assassinate you. There's spiritual forces that want you to die before you accomplish something. Because what we accomplish is what we're known by. And when I was telling OG Ryder, Mr. Dash, that we have to write. Because when you don't write, you have no legacy. Two things, you have to write and you have to build. Like what Mr. Dash, you're always saying, I'm leaving something for my children. You always say, I hear that, I'm leaving something for my children. I'm leaving something for my children. But you're thinking in a bigger way, because when you were speaking about your son, Boogie, the same thing happened with my wife and her daughter, TA, same thing, same exact thing, her daughter doesn't even speak to her, you know what I'm saying? My stepdaughter, But the thing is, what's so deep and what's so powerful is that I got 4 girls who think I'm the best dad in the world, and I got a stepdaughter who hate my guts. And it's like, but how can you get that from the same people, But you get that because each person has a different experience, you see, and each person has to be honest what they're going through. But OG Ryder, man, you owning this. You open up other people's eyes. You opened up my eyes.
Well,
you made me look up and find.
He, through the process of me documenting his story, he's already gotten, because I was telling him we got to get a script. He already got the script written, and it's a good script. So we were actually waiting for, this thing to clear up, and we were going to, start to shoot the movie, and not to glorify anything, just for people to learn from it. And that's another reason why I wanted to get him in official places, so he could officially talk directly, to the people that are trying to improve or the people that are trying not to improve, but at least we'll know the real problems and how to deal with them from the inside out,
That's the only way to really deal with it, eh?
I mean, I think so. Also, financially, it's important that, you know, the information should be self-awareness, but also showing people how to make bread, because that's what gets everyone into survival mode, and that's when people start to, you know, justify doing things that might not be honorable is when they got to eat and they hungry. So, you know, that's another thing that has to be understood is, number one, there has to be an alternative, but the alternative has to yield. So you have to figure out how to make sure people, you know, remain financially secure, because that's the only thing that disrupts us is money. That's what separates us. That's what makes us fight each other. You know what I mean? So if we could figure out how to be like, look, you could be self-sufficient on your own, not dependent on anybody, and if somebody's winning, it's not going to hurt what you're doing. And matter of fact, helping each other is going to make each other more powerful and more money. So it's figuring out how to bring people together where it becomes profitable and peaceful. You know? Assalamu alaikum, shalom.
Alaikum assalam, rahman salam barakatuh.
Baruch haba b'shem Yahweh. Hey, shalom, shalom. That's powerful. But I'm beyond blessed because within all of this, it's a learning experience. But it motivates me to do more. And you know, I love you, Mr. Dash, but you kick up, you know, a loving, competitive spirit within me. So what you're doing to me is making me a better communicator. And what's so deep about that, you know, I've been communicating. But it's like, yo, Mr. Dash, he out communicates. And what I mean by that is you're always on a form of giving information. You know, I'm just keeping it real, okay? Mm-hmm. You say something, OG?
No, I'm listening.
Oh, you're always on a form of communication, okay, with me, right? My whole lifestyle has been, the rug has been pulled under me, you know? I go into the office every day. You know, I teach leadership on Monday, Wednesday, Shabbat, Friday, Sunday. Boom. So boom, boom. Now, all that's been taken away. So now my means of communication is like, yo, my means of communication has been totally disrupted. Now that I've been forced to go on the airwaves. You see what I'm saying? And now being forced on the airwaves, I'm like, yo, man, here I am. I'm in the business of communication, and Mr. Dash communicates more than me. This brother, he communicating like 24/7. You know. So the thing, and in other words, what I'm doing, I'm comparing hours because don't take it the wrong way, but I'm comparing it as planting. So I'm planting seeds.
No, I get it.
You plant more seeds than me. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm like, no.
Well, I do it for a living.
And OG Biden, you the same thing, man. I'm telling you the same thing. The whole thing is this. Yo, even people who disagree, if they're intelligent, they want to listen to an intelligent disagreement. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, and that's what once can I go with Malcolm X. Yo, this is somebody who came from prison, but he was at Oxford. You see what I'm saying? He was speaking at all these colleges. You see, he was speaking at all these colleges because he had something that people wanted to hear. You see what I'm saying? So now you have white people calling Malcolm X, and Malcolm X like whites and the devils, and they were like, yo, he called us the devil. I want to hear this because it's an intelligent argument, and don't take it the wrong way, but people have to understand that when Malcolm X was making that statement, for a great deal of people, that was true because racism is demonic. To deny Americans the right to be Americans, and they were here before you, is evil. So only a devil would try to keep an American from receiving the same equal rights and the same human rights. But anyway, to make a long story short, it's amazing how many people are like, man, I'm not doing that, man. Talking is a waste of time. No, it's not a waste of time because talking is how you gain the masses. Talking is how you gravitate. And I got to bring up a scripture. In the beginning was the word. It begins with a word, but that word resonates. You see it? And when that word resonates, it pulls. It pulls and enlightens people. And that's the power of it, man. And that's
behind the word, brother, we do need action.
Oh yeah, faith without works is dead.
True.
You know?
And that's why, what I'm doing as having a television network is I'd like to entertain people, but I want to teach them through the entertainment. You know what I mean? So, traditionally, when you look at content about our experiences, it's glorified. It makes us want to do more stupid shit. On our platform, we're going to show you the reality of it, not glorify it, but we really want you to learn from it, which is the reason why like Paid in Full was such an impactful movie, because it didn't glorify it. It just told you what really was going on. So that's the reason why it's important for me to have him tell his actual story. And the reason why I always tell him is the only one reason why you survived it is so you could teach it, and so other people get stronger from it. But also, it can also be profitable as well. So, I think that we should keep talking. And I'd love to get your sister, and next time let's get a senator, do it all. Was supposed to check in. I think he was going to check in. And
he's waiting to check in.
He's waiting, but I guess it's too late now. Yeah. But we're going to take this. This is content, right? And we're going to put it on the network. We're going to put it on IG, and we're going to keep the conversation going. It was on. He was on live right now.
It's on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you on live.
That's what it do then, man. Shout out to the world, man. That's what we on. We fine. Refine. What it's about.
All right, I like that. Refine. All right, y'all. So I appreciate it. Let's talk again real soon. And enjoy. I don't know. Do y'all do Easter? How y'all do it?
Actually, Easter comes from Kemet, Esther, and that's where you get the rabbit and the eggs, because the goddess of fertility.
Yeah.
And what happened is it only appears.
Get the weed and get out.
You only find Easter in the King James Version Bible. That's the only place you find it, because it does not appear in anything Hebrew or Greek.
I gotta get you on the line with Billy Carson.
Oh man, I would love it, man.
We'll do that. He translated the Emerald Tablets, but a lot of what you're saying is very similar. Because he talks about the Sea Scrolls and the Emerald Tablets and the stuff that's in text that people don't really talk about. And a lot of it is about the being from another planet.
Real quick, okay. When it comes to the Messiah, okay, they cover up his birth with a lie. Santa Claus. The birth is a lie. December the 25th. He was not born in Easter. He was actually born in the month of Nisan, the month of New Beginning. That's probably April the 1st. That's where you get the term April Fools. April Fools is because you had so many people of the way that they celebrated that as his birthday. Then they cover up his death with a rabbit and Easter eggs. That has nothing to do with African people, because true Christianity is an African faith. It is an African faith. The cross was not the sign of Christianity. That was the Ark. The Ark. They stole that from the Ark.
You see it?
I see it, brother. Yeah.
I had that on me since I was like 6, 7, 18 years old.
Come on, man. Hey, listen, man. You got the same mentality, OG. You were forced to survive, man. That's what come you a fierce businessman. You took that same instinct that OG Ryder had, and you said no.
Hey, how about this, Bishop? You said you got an office, right?
Yeah.
And you said that's where you do a lot of your teachings at, and you reach a lot of your people as they come in and whatnot?
Yep.
All right. I propose a class to you. How about setting me up with a class, brother?
Hey, bro, you know me.
Well, we can't do that no time soon, so you might as well do it on the Zoom. A viral one. Yeah, viral one. So what we can do next time is do it like have a whole class, like an audience, and we can talk. We'll do it so it doesn't have to just be us on the thing. We could be talking, and everyone else could be listening the same way.
I said we could do that on his live, on his airwaves, or however you want to do it.
No, we do it we got it. I know, I got you. That's a good idea.
Yeah, very good.
Good idea.
No problem.
So next time we'll have people that can ask questions, and they'll be on the thing, and we'll do it like that. Let's do it next Monday.
Next month, that's too far away, bro. I don't know where I will be and where I'll be next on Zoom. It's too much, brother.
The reason why I said it, the reason why I said it is because I'm gonna put this up, and then once they see this, they're gonna, it can give them a week to. They're not going back to back. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I just give it time to breathe. But we can do it. What about Wednesday?
I was gonna say that. Keep it fresh, bro.
All right, you're not gonna hustle me, bro. It's not gonna happen. Wednesday's good. I'm good. Wednesday's good.
Just don't.
No one hustles me.
Allow me a fair chance to hustle. Allow me a fair chance, at least, bro.
Say that again.
Allow me a fair chance to hustle.
There's no allow. No one's gonna. Go ahead, try. I want. There's no Allah. It's only Allah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's no Allah. You can do whatever you want. I try. I want this. That's the smoke. That's the only smoke I want. Is that competitive? Let's get the money from the house challenge. Let's do it.
Hey, Wednesday, what time? Same time, 2 o'clock Western, 5 o'clock Eastern?
Well, why don't we make it? Because I guess people don't have to go. Let's do like 5. Well, 5 years. Because people, you want to. What's good for your? What's good? Actually, what's good for your peoples? Because he's the one that's going. It's his whole. He has the. They'll be there.
Well, the thing is this, Mr. Dash, and this what we want to start looking at. I haven't done it. When most people would be, they should have. We find out the times,
It tells you that on Instagram. They tell you that on Instagram.
Okay, and so forth. Because the thing was, I was telling you, OG Ryder, see what you got to do to out hustle, Mr. Dash. You got to just do your own Zoom.
I got it, brother. I got it. Okay, all right.
Because everything he taught me, I'm using in ministry. You know what I'm saying?
Interceptions is taken, man. Interceptions is taken. You hear me?
Come on, man.
These is interceptions, man.
I hear you. Come on. Yeah. But hey, it's real. So let's keep it real.
Wednesday, what, like 2 o'clock Eastern?
Let's do
2 o'clock.
What's up, bro?
What up?
That's
I couldn't get in on the Zoom.
But I also know people who work in it.
So hold on, we still on it. Do it all, right? Do it all. Just checked in.
Hey, what's up?
What up, fellas? I couldn't get in on the Zoom, but I've been watching y'all drop that knowledge, Bishop. You know how you do.
Hey, man. Hey, brother. Hey, man. Me and Mr. Dash had a funny conversation about you last night. We can't talk about it here, but it was good.
Yeah.
How you came to the ministry.
Yeah.
I need to hear that.
That's funny. You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy. Yeah, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a class next time, so people can be Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Everybody gonna be there. And
time, Dave.
no, it's not 7. No, it's Wednesday at 2 is 11. No, Wednesday at 2 o'clock my time.
Okay, 5 o'clock here.
Yeah. Same thing we did this time.
Okay.
All right, bet. Enjoy it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna stay on with you for a second.
Yeah.
What's good, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. Just checking on
Bishop
moms and all that.
Yo, man, Bishop is deep, man. I haven't really got to take the time to understand this perspective on religion, and it's gangster. I like what you're saying.
Yeah.
He popping that pop.
Yeah.
It's almost a little Billy Carson. Yo, so how did your thing go yesterday? What was that all about? I know I was on. How many people you had on yesterday?
Yeah, we had talented comedian. It's a talk show that I'm doing every Saturday at 3 p.m. on the live, man. Just kind of stay in tune with the people.
Aren't you mad at yourself that you haven't been doing this?
Yeah, I mean,
all I'm seeing now is everyone doing what I've been doing. I've been telling everyone to do this. It's so funny.
You always do that though, damn. You always say something that people come out later.
I be like, yo, it's so easy to do certain things, but people only do easy when they got to. It's like they make their life harder for no reason. You feel me? Right. But I've been telling niggas, I promise you, I haven't been hiding this secret. I've been like, yo, content.
Yeah.
I've been saying it. I'm like, yo, it gives you residual income. You get money by the pool. You ain't got to go outside. Nigga, I've been on quarantine for 10 years. This shit works.
Right.
You just got to have confidence in it. The old way is, see, the thing about a direct relationship is you can't bluff. You know what I'm saying? You really get to have a interaction, and people get to see who you really are.
That's fact.
A lot of people's business model is pretending they're people that they're not, posing in pictures, only going to events.
No more pictures. No more hotel lobbies. No more.
Yeah.
No more cars.
Yeah.
No more. You ain't got no haircut, or women don't have no hair done, no nails, none of that. You got to.
You seeing the real niggas that can survive.
And they scared to go live because they don't even like where they living at.
Yo, niggas ain't going live. Niggas' business all growing out great. I don't want nobody to see it. This shit's hilarious.
Say what up to Uncle Dan.
Hi,
hey.
Hey,
how you doing? There it is. That's the world right there.
You see that tooth going right there?
That's the good dad crew, huh?
That's that tooth going right there.
Who took that? The Easter Bunny?
Hmm?
You know,
The Easter Bunny took the tooth?
I know the Tooth Fairy left a nice. What the Tooth Fairy leave?
$4.
Okay, all right.
She $4 balling.
Put that up.
Word.
Rich.
You almost rich?
Yes.
That's right.
All
You
right.
almost rich.
You're very wealthy. You got a good dad. You wealthy. You winning. But he's richer than you because he got you.
Look. Come here, Leah. Come here. Look, you see, she a gamer. She the gamer right here. We're gonna tell you how much the real amount was left. Look, hold up. Come here. How much was left?
What do you mean?
How much was the Tooth Fairy left? How much was under it?
What really
20.
happened?
How much you just said?
He was like, I ain't no $4 Tooth Fairy. I was telling about to be like, yo, $4. Come on, man.
Right.
What's this, 1971?
4 pieces of paper.
I was like, yo, you was giving that 1971 Tooth Fairy money?
For real. Look, she like now she's like, oh, we got more than that. Yeah. No, we don't have to show nobody.
That's funny. That's funny. You was like, nah. Come on. What was it? You you're a funny cat. Yeah, man. So, fatherhood is the wealthy. I let my daughter stay with her mom today because they really celebrate it. They go hard,
But I had it. I could have had it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be cool about it. You stay with your mom today. You have more fun. I'll see you another day. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I actually got Books checked in, which is great, and my daughter. I checked in with my daughter.
That's what's up, man. That's what's good, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, man. It's dope to see Bishop talk about Easter, man, and where it derived from.
Oh nah, he was dropping them jewels. He was dropping that jewelry.
But he always does, man.
I just want people to notice that whenever I'm on, public, if I'm on a live, it ain't really to show off. It's really just to give some kind of knowledge to evolve us. It's the only purpose of really using this thing for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's to express opinions that I feel are going to help some people. You know what I mean?
And that's why I wanted you on the talk show yesterday, though, man, because it's not like I'm always bugging on you saying you stunting, but in a good way. Like it's inspiration. It's hope.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like hope is everything, man. And that's what the bishop do. You know what I mean? He give hope to the people. And that's what we need. Like the business that we in, man, we give hope to people to be better, man. Be better than we are. You know what I mean? Like you just said, out hustle me. I want you to out hustle me.
Yeah.
And that's real.
That's the only purpose to get, because most people, they want to hide the plug.
Right.
Don't tell them when you plotting. Nah, I want you to plot.
Right.
First off, I need the competition.
Mm-hmm.
It's lonely over here sometimes. I ain't got no television networks to battle right now. I ain't got no. My only comp right now is in Netflix, and they got the Tiger King, and I can't even. They killed him with the Tiger King. I can't even. God damn!
I ain't gonna watch that, but I heard they wild.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I heard.
And I ain't gonna lie, it's good. I can't front. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't never do that. If something's good, you gotta show love. You know what I mean? Something's good.
That shit is good money. Because it was just nutty. And I even watched the new. But now they turn it into like a reality show where they was interviewing. I wanted to see some more documentary, but whatever. But we got a lot of plans. What you opened my eyes to is how cool Newark is, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm saying it to the extent like the mayor's cool, the bishop got swag, the politician, everybody. It's a swag out there that people. It's really being misinterpreted. It's so fucked up that the negative is outweighing the positives out there, but that's the reason why as soon as this is over, I'm back out there. I'm shooting.
No doubt.
I got movies to shoot up there.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do, man, with you in Newark, man. And being how you are, man, I knew that you would get it. You always fought for the people that didn't receive the accolades or receive what they deserve. And I always felt like Newark never really received what we deserve because we so close in proximity to New York. You know what I mean? So we gonna make it happen, man. Even when you talk about the 90s of Newark with hip hoppers, people don't still even mention us as a powerhouse in the 90s when you talk
for a hot
about
minute, y'all, it was like y'all was Atlanta for a minute.
Man, I mean, you know, from Queen Latifah to Lords of the Underground to Redman to
And I think everyone on this live should know that this is you are the original group, Lords of the Underground.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my brothers, man, Mr. Funky and DJ Lord Jazz. I just got off the phone with Jazz. He in Miami and chilling with the family. They quarantined in a nice situation. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I love to see that though, man. You know, we still out here, man. You know, we ain't gonna dwell on the past, but we gonna make the present rock.
The thing is, it's not about, it's cool to do in the past and to celebrate it every now and again, but really, you only doing some fly if you're doing something now.
Yo,
You got to be doing something now.
Yo, man, the past is only relevant if your now is popping.
Say that again?
I mean? The past is only relevant if you're doing
the now is popping, right? Because if your past was popping, your now should be popping. You know, if you was only popping for like that period of time, then you a fluke. You just stepped in.
Yeah,
you know? That's why I be telling these young niggas. It's real easy to be cool when you're young. Let me see you be cool when you're 48. Do that.
Yo, facts, man.
You know,
That's
be cool
facts,
at 35. Bro. Niggas be losing it at 35. You know, so it's easy to look at some other young cats because you outside every day and you looking at every video and all that. You know what everybody's wearing and they're telling you what to do. But like, start a trend. You know, those are the ones that stay. You know, the ones that or be classic. Know the classic, the base. You know, the fundamentals and all that. You know, it's important. But also, it's important to recognize.
Say what up today.
It's also important to recognize like-minded people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it is about me. Is it's not about how successful you are. It's just about how like-minded you are. So
that's facts. That's
like
facts.
so. Like I'll go on. It'd be times like I remember I went to Eric Church's concert. He's a country singer, right? But the manager of the Black Keys also manages Eric Church. And we did a record with him, Smoke a Little Smoke. We did a remix with Currency. So I went to I was on the bus, and all the executives was at the front and all that. And I didn't say a word to none of them. I went to the back, and and it wasn't like a conscious thing. It was just like I just wanted to be whoever wanted to smoke and just laugh. That's what I wanted to be around. And I just ended up kicking it with the band. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? But like, I didn't even know it was the band. I mean, you're smoking. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all some cool niggas. And it was funny. I had at the time I was driving. I had to drive. No, I was driving. Not driving. I had to drive in a Ghost. And I got out the Ghost
for about 20 years. It seemed like to me.
I always had a driver. You know why? Because I used to have a driver because I had a car when I was 15, and back in the Max with the kit, with
box joint.
Kit, with the stick shift and shit. I was 15.
Yeah, we very familiar in Newark with those.
That was like having a 190 back then, right?
Word.
So imagine that. I had that. I'm 15, but that was back when you got pulled over, they let you go. So I didn't have a license, and they would pull me over, just take my name and let me go. You know what I'm saying? So then when they started to tighten up, I started to get locked up for this. You know, like I remember once I got locked up and I had a pack on me before going through a they used to have those what you call those when they stop checkpoint. You know what I mean? In Amsterdam projects. Yeah, I went to a checkpoint to drop a pack off, and I usually didn't do that, but I was like, it was a Friday, and I couldn't back up out of it.
Money day.
Oh God! But I went through the system for that shit. So almost every time I went to jail, it was for driving without a license.
Yeah.
I ended up on Rikers Island for that. So I always would have a driver. And then even when I have a license, it's the police can't talk. Only time the police can really talk to me is when I'm behind a wheel. You know what I mean? That's the only time they can ever question me or anything. It's the only, because I'm never breaking no laws. I'm never doing nothing, where it's a crime. None of that. But every time I'm behind the wheel, whoop, whoop, then they got to talk to me. I got to be humble. When I'm in the back seat, I ain't even got to talk to them.
Right.
So it was funny. Once I got a driver, I never went back to jail. You feel me?
Dope.
Compensate my friends. Because no matter what, like it's like the little that I drive. I remember when I was when Boogie was young, I had bought this little Porsche just to drive him to school. Every single time I drive.
Yo, I remember this story. I think I remember you driving. I think you told somebody else, or I seen you or something. I was the only time you was driving when you drive to school in a Porsche.
Yeah. It was because Cam wanted the whole.
He was living in Tribeca or Soho or something around that time or something.
Nah, around that time I was living in Alpine in Jersey.
Oh, you was in Alpine. All right, all right.
Yeah, so that's why, so I would go there. But I drove through the city once because Cam wanted the Porsche for a video with the About It video. And I was like, and I had my driver, but I had to drive the Porsche and get back in with my driver. So when I was driving through, everybody was teasing me, like, oh, you driving? You said you don't touch steering wheels and whoop-de-whoop. And I was like, whatever,
Yeah,
So
no doubt.
it was one of those kind of things. But the long story short, that was why I never had a driver. I mean, rather why I always have a driver. I just don't be feeling like dealing with nobody, man. You feel me?
Man. Yo,
Now,
I had a
I
driver
smoke
when I
now.
ran for councilman in Newark. I had a driver for 2 years, man. I didn't move my car not once. When I got back in it, I was like, oh, man.
I don't like having to pay so much attention on the road.
Yo, I got spoiled with that driver, man, for real. So I get it.
Yeah, it ended up being cheaper to have a driver than to be paying bails and lawyers and going to court and all that other stupid shit. But I learned it young though. You know what I'm saying? I learned that shit young.
Right.
See, you know what happens? Like, I started getting a lot of money at a younger age than most, and from the aspect of earning it, not having it given to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So there would be a thing where, like, I'd be like 16, 17. No, let's see, I got my first deal like 18, 19. And, it'd be like 130 racks I have or some, and I would spend it so fast. So, the only time you start to tighten up is when your money gets short. And then you start to look at where you spent things. And the next time around, you kind of do it better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a guy like me, the way I move is in licks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a like daily earner. I like lose until I win. And then I catch a lick and then I lose till I win. So when it was Rockefeller, I wasn't doing nothing but Rockefeller, was taking losses, struggling, all type of stuff. So it really kicked off. It took 10 years.
Now, see, people don't know that part of it. They don't know when people struggle. You know what I mean? Like, people don't know.
Well, the thing is, when it's a dream, it's not a struggle, but you still fighting every day. You feel me? So when we got signed, both of us as groups, I was a manager. And again, I'm a 19-year-old manager. I got them signed. You feel me? Right. At 19. I had groups at 19. I'm like the person they looking to for answers. So around that time, again, you spend that, and then, that was a big deal. It was still a struggle, but we were still having mad fun. It was just the first step to get to the ultimate goal. Arguing with them, learning when they're jerking you and all that type. That only comes with experience. But I got that actual experience as a teenager. I got it out the way. So then I understood and got by the music business by the time I was 21 and already knew to do it on my own. See, most artists or people that catch that lick, they first lick, by the time they get jerked, they old. It's already too late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I was able to catch my licks, learning experiences fairly early in life to where I could say, oh, I could do getting signed. I could do it this way. And then after that, the music business, I'm like, oh, I'm done with the music business. I'm like 30. I'd already washed it. I already had it in my rear view. I had already done every dream I wanted. So that's when I jumped on the fashion,
Yeah.
And then like the music was a lick. But the thing about the Rockefeller check was it was little. Like by the time we got it, I had spent that shit. Even after we sold it for like whatever, it was got. We had to split it 3 ways, taxes, capital, all that. So I was like, this ain't enough. I couldn't have just worked this hard
for this.
Have Jay-Z, Kanye, all this, and this is all I'm gonna work with? Hell nah. So that's why it became important to do the Rockwear thing. But then when I flipped Rockwear, it was a lot of that happened in the way I sold my interest, but I sold my interest so I could go and do Rachel Roy and state property and all that. But that was cash intensive. So I had the money I made from Rockefeller, the money from when I sold Rockwear, but immediately I invested all that into Rachel Roy, every dollar. You feel me?
Yeah.
So then you go from making, having 10 million in the bank to zero, but having 10 million worth of work on the street. You feel me? That's the way a real champion plays.
Yeah, that's some putting all of your up in. Just putting your whole joint in.
So then sold half of Rachel Roy, half, and the way I sold it, I didn't even get the money I put into it, I didn't even get it back out, but I still own 25% of it. So the checks was minimal, for me, waiting for the big lick. But as I was doing that, every single dollar since then has been going into the television network, right? So right now, you know, when you're looking at the loans, they're like, yo, how much money? For 10 years, I put $1 million at least into this company, right? So a nigga can say, yo, they ain't broke. And I'd be like, how can I be broke if I'm giving $10 million? I'm paying salaries. But again, I care more about my company than my
Your
bank
broke
account.
is a different type of broke than other niggas broke.
Well, this is what my broke looks like, because I am broke right now. This is what it look like, though.
Come on, man. We already get it.
But I'm saying is, but that's the level, like, yeah, because if I wasn't putting $1 million a year into a company, it could be into a bigger house and more cars and some jewelry, but I'm gonna spend it. You feel me? I don't want $10 million. I need $1 billion. So I'm gonna keep spending every single dollar until I get that $1 billion.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, man.
And I don't even want nobody to say I got any kind of bread until I got and not worth $1 billion. I want to look at a cash liquid $1 billion. Worth is I'm worth that now,
Word.
But I need to be able to touch that. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's a lick. So after I sell this, that'll be considered a lick. And me being as silly as I am, if it ain't a B next to it, I'm gonna probably bet it all again.
Right. Yo,
but this is a different mentality. And what comes with that is war. When you betting it all and somebody's f***ing up your money,
right,
you're going to do anything you got to get it back, and you're not going to take it lightly because you're f***ing up years of investment, and you're f***ing up my cash flow. You're making it harder for me to pay my employees. You know what I'm saying? Because also the thing people don't understand about business is you got to pay your people whether you make $1 or not.
Or not. Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, the people, they don't give a fuck if you made that money. They like, yo, I did my job. I got to pay my bills. And that's why I get particularly upset when I pay somebody to do something and they don't do it.
Facts.
Or they take too long to do it and still want to get paid.
Yep.
If you don't even know my life, bro, and because people aren't used to a black man cutting a check, they don't even know how to talk to me. I'd be like, yo, how do you talk to the person that pays you like that?
Right.
Do you talk to your white boss like that?
Not at all.
You understand what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Like, you give your white boss your opinions? I got to know how you feel as a man because I'm black. I'm paying you not to have to. I just want the work done.
Right.
And people take really super personal. This shit crazy. You know what I mean? But these are problems that I don't even have any anticipation or expectation of the average person understanding this because no one does it. So it'd be funny about he's always angry. Nigga, you're not in the game. You don't know what it is to fight. You don't know what it is to take on a whole company on your own with your own pocket publicly.
And they don't know too many people. They don't even know too many people who do it.
They don't know anyone that does it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying though to you, Dame, you one of the only ones that actually fight for our culture, man.
But what it is I'm the only one that be swinging on them. No one swings on them. Everyone, the system sucks and boop, boop, boop. Yeah, nobody calls out names. No one wants to burn the bridge. And everyone talks that shit. When these motherfuckers come in the room with a pen, because that looks like a bag, ass gets kissed. And I've seen it so much.
I've seen it, man. I've seen it too. Most definitely, man.
And the physical proof of that is how I carried the Weinstein nigga 10 years ago. When he was on top of this game, I was shitting on him. Like, fuck you.
Smacking him in his stomach and everything.
All that. 10 years ago, I was giving him the business. Before everybody else was. Yeah. And people from my culture was really knocking me for that shit. Yeah. Like, yo, you gonna mess the plug up. This thing ain't no plug. I'm the plug. He bluffing. You understand what I'm saying? And now I am the plug. So, like literally, like I said, I be feeling real pride in the fact that I could just get on my television and put my television network up and watch my right now.
Everybody on this live everybody should be going to Dame Dash Studios, man, because that's us. You know what I mean? You can't get the Netflix. And if you can, you got to go through some BS. You can't get the Hulu. You can't, you know, all
Now
of
they're not. They only hiring. See, this is the issue I'm having for real. For real, they only hire people from the other cultures to tell our stories. So we got a story. We got to go to somebody else, a production company, so that they could go to the big dogs, and that's the only way the big dogs even listen. So a We TV. They want the story, but say, yo, I'm not going to tell that story. We won't show that story unless you come back with E1. Unless the girl's blonde hair and got blue eyes. Unless you can't get control of a budget unless you got blonde hair and blue eyes. What type of shit is that? You can't get you can't get an office in here. You could get, you know what you could get? Hung. You get your picture hung on the wall. Hung. That's what happens. We get hung.
It's a bunch of those when you walk to those networks, though.
That's all it is, and those are trophies. Those are like, you know how you have a rhinoceros head on the wall?
Yeah.
Those are like having nigger heads on the wall. I killed this family. I killed that family. I killed this family, and I got paid for it. I got a promotion for it. And I'm sick of that shit, bro. And they did it directly to me, my kids. And I was like, again, I'm going to just put you out of business. You know how I win? By putting you out of business. That's how I win. I don't have to punch you in your face, and you're not going to make me fight my own culture. I'm fighting you. You're not going to distract, and you're not going to fucking make me get bad as somebody else black, you know, and so you could capture it, and so we could be famous for it, and so you could control the narrative and say that there them niggas go again fighting for us so we could get paid.
I think that's what all of us have to do too, man. We got to stop fighting each other, man, because we'll fight each other fast, but we won't fight them at all.
Quick. And then
you know?
knock me because y'all niggas are scared to fight them. Like, yo, bro, you know, in office, like, it's been black people that I'm around that tell me in certain labels around certain white people, they're not even allowed to say my name. You understand what I'm saying? You saw how Leo was.
Right.
Know him. No, but think about, he did that on the radio. What do you think happens behind that? How you gonna tell somebody black not to appreciate another black man that helped the culture?
Yeah.
How you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Regardless of what he did to your wife, you should not be trying to make me not say something or speak of a man that's helped us, that tries to empower us. I don't care what he did to your pocket. I don't care what he did to embarrass you. You can't do that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we got to stop looking the other way with that shit. Like, to me, anyone that works for E1 that's black, anyone that works for any of their productions, y'all need to look at them and ask them some questions. Like, the next time you walk through the office, say, why is so many niggas on the wall? Because that's why y'all looking at us. That's why I'm saying it. Because then now they understand the language.
It was a girl that I met. I'm trying to think if she black because she knew me when they were shooting when we was in Manhattan doing the Black Guns thing when the crew came through. And she was asking me something, and I was like, "Oh, how you doing? I'm doing all." She's like, "Oh, I know." I was like, "Okay."
Oh, she had braids?
Yeah.
They always have a black girl that they send to talk to us.
Yeah.
That's the one. It's a very strategic thing. So when they'll go, okay, well, we have the production company. You have to go get someone black to go talk to them. And also, we'll put one person black name on as an executive producer. That's what they do. Put your name on there as executive producer. You don't get $1 for it. You don't control the budget. And they think they'll just want to act like they're executive producers. They just want the other niggas to think they're executive producers. That's what they want. And they think all we care about is perception and short money. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know this from personal example. You know, but you know what? Because you know the OG stories. That's a story that I was telling and that I told, and it's great. And we had a deal.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that, man.
But they didn't think I could deliver. Like they tried to give me, they greenlit it, said, "Yo, you deliverables, you won't be able to deliver." I delivered, then we don't want to do it. Why? Because I'm beefing with E1. Because I'm black. Because you don't want to get and the budget was discussed. It wasn't even a budget. I lost money on it. So I'm like, yo, you know what? But I'm gonna put it out this week. You know
I can't wait, man.
When
you put it out at, let everybody know, man.
Dame Dash Studios, DDS. Dave Dash Studios, and you'll see it on DTV. And you know what? I think just because I'm a little tight right now, business tight. You know, just in that way. You know, like when you get in the ring, it's like, oh, I'm gonna f you up. We in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of thing. Right. I'm gonna launch. I think I'm gonna open up Atlanta over the air. I got the whole thing done. I think I'm gonna just launch in Atlanta next week or next month.
Oh, that's dope. You launching Atlanta. That's big for DDS, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Abstract from Newark, man. I think I tagged you on it on IG.
Oh yeah, he did the shirt, right?
I told him,
That's
I said,
hard.
you got to do the
That
Dame Dash and Chill.
Nah, I reposted it. That was hard.
Yeah, he did the Dame Dash and Chill joint.
Nah, I fuck with
that's
that.
dope.
Fuck that. So again, like, so while everybody's kind of stuck home waiting for something to do, every day I still can get up and say, yo, how many subscribers? How many subscribers we got? And every day the number gets healthy. It's becoming a thing, and I'm enjoying that. Because
yo, I got these 1.5 minute. Well, we talking about it already. I got these 1.5 minute, 5 minute shorts, man. You know, I'm on my second episode. It's called The Four. You know, it's
called
send it
to
me.
You did one already?
I did. I'm on the second episode. I'm gonna send them to you.
Stop man. And give me 20 minutes, man.
Yeah.
I see you feeling it out. You double dutching right now.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Nah, go to the whole 20. You got it.
To you. Just put your eye to it. You know, I am double dutching, but they so short that I want to give them like.
You throwing the jab.
Yeah. I'm just keeping them off me right now. I'm just keeping them off me. You know what I mean? But we got to
throw that right hand, bro. It's time. Listen, everybody else that's in content that's dependent on bigger budgets and dependent on, you know, a lot of people on the set, they're frozen. They can't move. I can't see them moving for about 3-4 months. Yeah. So by the time niggas is just starting, I'm gonna be finishing up all new work. See, this is when you get them. They weak right now. So that's why I'm making a go for it. I think I want the throne. I think I can take them alone. Right. I think I got them. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let's
network
get it.
When is there a better time for a hostile takeover than now?
Right now, when they laying down.
And I'm strong. I've been fighting in the war. I know how to fight in the war. I do this all day. All I got to do is stay healthy and stay out the way. You saw that little comedy I put up?
Which one? The
with Memphis Will. I put it up right on Instagram. I put the whole thing up.
The
nigga roasted me
when they was working, when they was shooting in the studio.
I just put it up on yesterday. Okay. I put it up. Yo, nigga roasted me though. He cut me up.
Yeah. The nigga's funny, man. You funny.
He was only doing that shit because I wasn't in the room. Niggas don't do that when I'm in the room.
Yeah, I
wasn't there to fight back. I ain't have a mic, but it's cool. I just posted up a little sample. But my point is, you know, I'm still doing current programming, editing it, shooting it, and putting it out within a week still. You know what I mean?
Word.
This week I'm gonna finish up the second episode of Dress to Kill.
Yeah, I can't wait to that Dress to Kill part 2, man. I mean, episode 2. Yeah, we waiting for that, man. I can't wait till it's over too, man, so we can get in the bricks, man, get in Newark and really do it the right way too, man. Cause you know we got that scenery that you was talking about. So
no, I got 2 movies I can shoot there right now.
Yeah, we gonna do it.
2 movies right now. That's why I was starting to look at houses out there.
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna have to be out there for like a month or 2 at a time.
Yeah, we got some dope lofts, like upper level type joints too. That might be ill for you too. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna definitely be on it, man. That's what it is.
I'm looking for compounds right now.
Yeah, that's the move, man.
I'm gonna need 6 acres or better right now.
Woo, that's the move. We might have to talk to Raz and go somewhere down in the Ironbound or something and just build one or something, man. To convert one, I should say.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I mean, you know, I found some land out there in another spot, and I was like, I think I might right now. If I come back to the East Coast, I don't think I'm gonna want to live in the city.
Yeah.
Just because there's so many, you know, just being close to people. I'm gonna keep with the social distancing.
Social distancing, baby. So, that's the new way now.
Yeah, so I could be close to the city, but I can get some land and just build out some shit, you know what I mean?
Word.
But just have that there, just, you know, when I'm out there, you feel me?
That's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah.
You know, I don't wanna have to touch elevator buttons unless, you know, only my fingers.
Unless they inside your floor.
My
floor. On flight.
No problem. Well, like, somebody was telling me they had to go to the laundry room and shit. Like, what?
Ooh,
You go to the laundry room, you catch corona going to your own laundry room.
facts.
You know what I mean? For
You
real.
sure can.
So real. But
Yeah, it's a different world now, man. It's a different
yeah,
world.
it's going. Yeah, you know, the thing is, the reason why it's gonna be different is of all after like a you know, if they get a vaccine or whatever it is or figure this shit out, it's gonna be different because people are gonna really realize how productive they can be from the house. You know, business models are gonna become more realized. They've always been there, just people
Yeah,
haven't been using them. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
But you know, you got to think a lot of there's a couple of people that have already made some substantial gains, like a D Nice
Yeah,
or that other cat with the radio from Canada.
yeah. You got a bunch of DJs coming on DJing and picking it up. D Nice definitely set it off.
And then those battles and those are all things that I've seen people try to do before. It's just they weren't really going so hard because they didn't believe in it. But now people don't have any choices.
They don't
You know
have
what
no
I'm saying?
choice. You got Swiss and Timberland who
Yeah,
did the RZA and Primo battle last night, and
yeah.
they acting like the CEOs of the battles. They got call it verses, so they pay everybody up. They be the commissioners and they pull the battles together. They had RZA and Primo last night. I heard it was a dope
No,
money for
like I
everybody.
was like 800,000 people on this.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But what about the Spanish dude too? My man, Mr. All Star 811, put me on something, man. The Spanish boy he had about 800,000 or 500,000. He had broke the record after Tory Lanez and Drake. But now Swiss and RZA and Primo, they had like 800,000 last night. So it's going
Well,
crazy.
you know what's happening is people exactly what I said was going to happen are turning their Instagrams into their own television networks.
Yeah, right from there
And
on, right from
and the
wherever they
more
at.
people you have, the more you're going to be able to dictate prices for ads or commercials. And if you notice, Instagram continuously gives you more time to put on like IGTV. You
Yeah,
know, people are going to just have to start copying from IG. So if you want to buy some content for the way I see it, it's going to be like, yo, you're going to buy a movie straight from IG.
that's
You know,
facts, man. That's
you know?
facts.
So or like, you know, that's why, you know, people are doing the 15-minute, the Quibi and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing 15-minute shit all day. I'm the king of short shit. You
Right.
feel me? And I got it all day. See, people are digesting things differently, and that's a good thing. You feel me? Because
Right.
that means you could actually sell a 5-minute short right now if you make one.
Advertising is underwriting. It's going to be
That's what
underwriting
that's what television
everything.
and radio is. It's all
That's
advertising.
it. Now they're going to underwrite records. They're going to underwrite IGs. They're going to underwrite all the streams, all of that.
They've
Come
been
on,
doing
man.
that, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like the music that I'm about to put out, the Brenda Sun project, it's not with a label. It's with some underwriters. You know what I
And then
mean?
they count that as a record sale.
Right.
So
Yep.
somebody gives you $1 million, that's just like them saying I bought 1 million records or whatever the
Yep.
equivalent of it is. And they count it as a record. So that's why motherfuckers be buying them. That's how you buy a plaque.
Put
You
something
feel
on
me?
your arms, man. It's a little chilly in here. Put something on your arm. Well, we won't catch the Heineken.
But anyway,
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be interesting to see how the world adjusts and who adjusts and who's gonna come
Yeah.
out the new stars. And you know, it's just funny to me to see all the people that I was telling you need to be doing is doing it now.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Like I'm cracking the fuck up. This shit
Yeah,
is
you've
hilarious.
been doing it. But you always been that forerunner, man. You know what I mean?
Now
Always
it's time to
been
get that
forerunner.
money.
Yeah.
It's time to get that money.
Hey, man, we got a lot of ideas, man.
It's time to sell
That's what it's
something to
about.
pop culture.
Facts, man. Facts, man. Yeah,
It's
bro.
time to get that money.
But call me and let me know how funny that conversation was last night off of live. But you said you can't talk about it on live.
Hey, it's funny. Hey, all right. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell everybody happy. I forgot the name of the real Easter, whatever you call it.
It was
But
Komet.
thank you. So I'm looking healthy over there. But I appreciate it,
man.
and
Yeah, happy.
appreciate everybody that's fighting Corona, affected by it. Anybody that's helping people that don't have it. I mean, that don't have it, but helping people that do. Big shout out, super gangster. And
Hey,
I appreciate everybody.
Next on my talk show next Saturday, man, on Instagram Live, right on my page. Anybody who's listening, I'm gonna have Redman and another special guest.
Redman, that's my nigga.
Yeah, Red always love you, man. He always talk big about you, man.
Man, me and Red, you the only one. Him and Method Man were the only ones before I didn't smoke. So the
Right.
only ones I used to smoke was Method Man and the Red Man and Biggie. Those are the only
Yeah.
people I would smoke with.
Yeah, no doubt,
Because they
man.
would drink with me. Like if you would drink with me, then I'd have to smoke with you.
Yeah,
So
and now they don't drink.
I would catch them on a drink. We would like on tour. If we
Yeah.
did a drink night, it would be. There was times it was like bad, like where I'd be on the stage and Jay be like, "Yo, man, get you too drunk." Like I may be way too high on that stage sometimes.
Right.
But those dudes are cool, man. I fuck with them. I
Yeah,
always
man.
fuck.
They
Red
always
Man.
speak highly of you too, man. So I'm gonna have Redman on the joint. I'm waiting for confirmation of another big wig. I just can't say his name until he confirmed. But and then we're gonna bring an up and coming, man. Somebody who's they with it. They trying to get shoot they shot, man. So we're
Well,
gonna do
it
it.
sounds like it's more than just an Instagram live, bro. It's a show.
Oh yeah, it's a show. It's definitely a show, man.
Tape them on the Zoom.
Yeah. The first one was me trying to figure it out. So
I know.
I made a bunch of notes and all.
I already know how you are. You a scientist with it. I already know what you're gonna do.
It was a good show.
You was already working that shit. You was
Yeah.
on the fucking control board. You was introducing niggas like
Yeah,
you was
man.
cutting
And I
that
got
shit.
something how we gonna do. We gonna do it like that now too. I got the control. I'm gonna put you up on it too. It's something you already told me about though. But I'm gonna tell you. I found the one that I think works even better than Zoom.
Which
You know
one?
what I mean? It's an app. It's like a switcher app or whatever. You know what I mean? So you just
What's
need
better
like 2
about it?
iPhones.
What is it? Shindig?
Nah, it ain't shit. It's called Switcher app. You just download it
Switcher
to an iPad. You got 2 phones. You rocking your show, or you can do 3. You can do 3 camera moves, just like the television news and the
Oh man,
sitcoms do.
yo, listen, and none of this shit is new, bro.
None of it is new. It's just getting popular now
Bro, I've
because of
been
the
doing this.
situation.
Yeah, I was doing the Shindings a year ago.
Right. Shout out to my man Left, because when I was doing my what you call it, my campaign, my man Lefty put me up on it back then. So that's when I got turned on to it. So it is definitely not new. And Hakeem Green used it with Left. It's rocking.
I'm telling you, a lot of this shit always been here, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, y'all. By Instagram, by everybody. I appreciate y'all.
Salute.
Back.
I hit you in a
Do
minute,
it all.
Chad.
Show was tight. Send that shit to me so I can post it up too.
I got you. You already.
All right, my nigga.
If you want another amazing video with the one and only Dame Dash, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.